It's just telling you to get fucked. I don't care about your feelings.
Reaction taking place, he reported her account and got...
Damn right I did. And I'll do it again. I swear to God, the next time any one of you sends me anything that even looks like an insult, I'm going to report you. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to tell you to your face that I'm going to do it. Because I'm sick of the way you treat me, and I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it because of the rules you supported. This was brought in by Feminist Frequency and Crash Override and the various other feminist advocacy groups that are basically embedded with Twitter. This is your doing, you fucking idiots. And if you don't like it, maybe you should keep your little twitchy Twitter fingers to yourselves. You don't have to follow me on Twitter, well, you can't, but a bunch of you do. You don't have to tweet me, you don't have to mention me, you don't have to come anywhere near me. And the second you do, if it's not in what I consider to be a manner that doesn't violate the terms of service, oh my goodness, you're getting reported. If you don't like it, I'll find the tiny violin I have just around here somewhere. Hang on, oh god, it's so small I misplaced it, Tim.
got her suspended.
Hello, everybody. My name is Remy Kylis, and I would like to apologize to Sargon of Akkad, V, and a Charming Man. I was wrong. This recent incident has got me to change my views on flagging for sure, because, I mean, this is nuts. Like, this is totally nuts. So I'll give you some history. So basically, like I said in my last video, I got, I had the flu. And I got high off Allegra because I took, I took a little bit too much, but I didn't overdose. Like, they're saying that I overdosed on Allegra. Allegra is very hard to overdose on. You would have to take 10 pills to have an overdose. I only had 5. So they're saying this and that about me and whatnot. But what I found strange is that, how much they're kind of off the deep end. And I mean that's unironically, because it's kind of like there's, from one person, there's multiple videos on me, like a 2-hour live stream is one, then another video which is 14 minutes long, and then like a 5-hour live stream on me. And do you want to know why there's a 5-hour live stream on me? It's all because of a 12-hour Switzer ban. And that's insane, because I've had the 12-hour Switzer ban before twice. And when I put my video up, my Switzer accounts was locked. Switzer told me to delete my tweets. So yeah, they are hypocrites, calling me a hypocrite. It's like, how hypocritical that you are complaining about me for getting high and giving a guy a 12-hour ban, but then you're going to get me locked out of Twitter. Or how is it that's unlike me, they are in favor of getting people's Twitter's accounts suspended. So they are giving me a very hard time, a 5-hour live stream. Think about that. Would you make a 5-hour live stream over a 12-hour Switzer ban? Would you get the 12-hour Switzer ban and then make a 5-hour live stream on that person, and after talking about that person 3 videos in a row? It's kind of this is just off the deep end. This is some, especially they are bragging about getting somebody permanently suspended from Switzer. And they got my account locked, so they are hypocrites, calling me a hypocrite. It's weird that a hypocrite is going to call me a hypocrite. Or the excuses and justifications for getting a person's accounts permanently suspended is just very, very weird. But then they're going to give me a hard time for, giving a guy a 12-hour flag. And it's kind of Or it's kind of like, this is weird too. Now, me and like one of these people, we're still a part of some Switzer group. And it's weird, like they say that so and so trounced me. But this is where it gets weird. The person that trounced me was a person arguing that, flagging people down is a form of protest. That person was pro flagging. They're like, yes, I mean, like flag, like for real. The person that trounced me was arguing that flagging somebody down is just a form of protest. So it's kind of like, if you believe that flagging somebody down is a form of protest, wouldn't that mean that you are in favor of flagging? So isn't it like hypocritical that you're making a 5-hour video, which I didn't even bother watching, complaining that I am a hypocrite because I got high and gave a person a 12-hour blend. However, a person arguing that, flagging is a form of protesting totally trounced me. And they were right about, everything. So these people are pro-flagging, but anti-flagging when it's me. So it's very weird and odd and very inconsistent. And there are two reasons why I didn't watch their live streams. It's because, one, we belong in a private Switzer group together. I mean, it's kind of weird that they could not tell me the point. Like, it's weird. Like, you spent 5 hours, quotes unquote, debunking me, but it's kind of like I'm giving you the opportunity to tell me your side of the story. Okay, what did you debunk? Tell me, like, what did you debunk? And the only thing they could do is insult me. Like, they couldn't debunk anything. So it's kind of like, in fact, what they said was, you are right. Ethan Ralph is not alt-right. We were wrong about that. So it's kind of a lot like, the only thing he did was insult me nonstop and told me that I was right, that Ethan Ralph is not alt-right. And you like went on publicly on Twitter saying, Ren is right. We made a mistake. Ethan Ralph was not alt-right. And other than that, you couldn't debunk anything in front of my face. So if you can't debunk anything in a Switzer group, then how am I supposed to expect that in the 5-hour live stream, which I'm not even going to watch, that you could debunk me then? Like, how come you could debunk me in a 5-hour live stream, but you can't debunk me in the Switzer group? You had no points to present instead of telling me that I'm right and that you agree with so-and-so that trumps me, that says that, flagging is a form of protesting. Another reason why I am not watching their live stream, aside from it's far too damn long, is because, I presume that they just want watch time from me. And this is what watch time is for YouTubers.
First thing that we talked about was how to increase viewership and how to increase like money and subscribers and everything. So watch time is more important than subscribers. That's exactly what they explained to me on the phone, verbatim. They said watch time is more important than subscribers. So if you guys saw in the video that I did, more watch time on your videos means you appear higher in searches. So let's say you make a video on how to cook Alfredo pasta. If you have a higher watch time than someone else who has done essentially the same video, but in their own words, you're going to show up before them because your watch time is higher. So watch time is very important. Also,
and here's another thing. The other reason why I didn't watch their 5-hour long live stream is because these guys are flat out creepy. Okay, like one of these guys, the host of the 5-hour live stream, like the guy who made the 5-hour live stream, he was talking, heard that he was talking about my boobs for like 15 minutes straight. it was just 15 minutes of him talking about my boobs. Now, for me, I normally don't share DMs. I'm normally against sharing DMs, but, like, I'll make an exception for this one. The funny thing about him talking about my boobs for 15 minutes straight in a 5-hour long live stream is that the exact same guy like sent me like a DM saying that he watches my videos while butt naked in the shower. I was also showering while listening to it, so I was only getting the bare bones of what you were saying. So it's kind of like you are watching my, videos while touching yourself naked all over. I mean, it's kind of a lot like, or somebody would send me a DM telling me that they've been talking about my vagina. Like I would be getting like these DMs of people telling me that they are talking about what goes into my vagina, and it just is so creepy that they would spend a prolonged period of time focusing on my boobs and my vagina. Or here's another thing wrong with them. They want to act like they're so suddenly so in favor of free speech while not following any free speech organization groups on Twitter. Like I would think that if they cared about free speech that much and suddenly they had no problem, getting a girl flagged down because they don't like her sex life. But it's kind of a lot like the weird thing is they are just not following any of these groups that actually are advocating for free expression. And I would just think that if you were in favor of free speech, that you would just be keeping up with what's going on. I would think that you would be keeping up with all this, but they're not. Which is the only reason why I've remained followed to them. Like that's the one and only reason that I remained followed to them. Because it's like you're gonna go and you act like you suddenly care, but I would widen this up. Hold on. They care so much about a 12-hour ban, but even though they care so terribly much about a 12-hour ban in order to make a 5-hour long video about it when they're talking about my boobs for 15 minutes straight and they can't even debunk me on a Switzer group. It's like I'm right in front of you, why can't you debunk me? And they're not a part of any free speech groups. And here's another odd thing. Okay, so on January 3rd, I was in a private phone call with one of them. Here's the link, January 3rd. This is the private phone call. And this is what was said in the phone call. The guy told me that this is where, again, I do think that these people are mentally and emotionally, not quite there. The guy told me that's his friend getting a 12-hour ban is worse than the agreement to criticize migration speech. So people are going to go to jail, for criticizing immigration. And it's kind of a lot like me flagging a guy for 12 hours on Twitter is more important than people going to jail for criticizing migration. This is how unhinged these people are. Because it's like, I told this guy about this, January 3rd. I did tell this guy that, in European countries, it will soon be illegal to criticize migration. And if you criticize migration, it would be a criminal offense. So this is government censorship. and they didn't give a damn. It's like, yeah, whatever. But you getting your person a 12-hour ban is a free speech issue. And it's kind of a lot like, at this point, I really don't care. I mean, for real, I don't really care if you get even permanently suspended at this point, because what you said is absolutely disgusting. Like, what you said is outright repugnant. That, like, that criticizing, getting your friend banned for 12 hours is far worse than people going to jail for criticizing migration. You have no idea just how disgusting that is. That is your free speech issue, a 12-hour ban, but you don't give a flying fuck that people will go to jail for criticizing migration. That is just fucked up. So I don't care if your accounts get banned at this point. I don't care if you guys get permanently suspension. Like at this point, finding like, it's kind of like have it your way. I don't care if you guys lose your accounts, because you guys are so fake and phony. You act like you're against, censorship without following any free speech charity groups or free speech foundations or organizations, and you don't give a damn that it's going to be like illegal, a criminal offense to criticize, migration in Europe, which I care because I have friends that live in Europe, and I do not want to see my friend go into jail because he wants to criticize migration. I found that statement to be disgusting. When Sargon got banned from Patreon, these guys didn't care at all. Like, they didn't care at all. Like, they were going around posting this around each and every single chance they got. Like, it's like, oh yeah, like, Sargon got banned for Patreon, and they're just going like, oh yeah, well, Sargon is awful. And they also don't care that Ethan Ralph gets banned either. They hate them so much that, when they got, banned from when Sargon got banned for Patreon, or, when Ralph, got banned from YouTube, it's like, well, the website could do whatever they want. These guys are hypocrites, calling me a hypocrite, and they are, there's something wrong with them. Like, there is something, they really need mental help. They really do need to seek mental help. And I don't want to dwell on this topic, but or there's another issue. Like, let me find it. Another thing that is creepy. When Gabe, made a video for me, now Gabe deleted the comments now, like it's gone now, so only my comment remains. But when Gabe made a video for me, these guys, like, they were there, like, amazing, like in a second, like the moment it got released. Like, that is so incredibly creepy. Like, this is like stalker like behavior. Like, you are just, the second this video got released, because the second that it got released, he DM'd it to me, he sent it to me to DMs. But within seconds, these guys were there bitching about it, which is really, really creepy and stalkerish. And here's another thing. Okay, like, Gabe was in a Switzer argument where he told those guys to, like, leave me alone. And then this guy, like, subscribed to him. It's like, so this is Gabe. I guess I got a little bit too happy with the name erasing. But Gabe says, dude, you subscribed to my channel right after our fights. In fact, you are still subscribed to me. I know this because I just looked and took a screenshot of it. And here's another one from Gabe still. Or you want to talk about super egotistical? How about following a person you don't like, me, right after an argument, just so you can see if he ever says anything about you, lol. Also, I don't know where you're from, but Ren was super vague, so as to not give you guys game on her platform. Nice jobs outing yourself. You are giving her more subs. But like right now, like these guys they're doing things that seem really, really out there. Like I really wouldn't be surprised if they kill somebody someday, to tell the truth. Because think about it. Would you make a 5 hour long video over a 12-hour Switzer ban? And would you ever say that a 12-hour Switzer ban is far worse than a person going to jail for criticizing migration? I mean, these guys are just totally out there. They are mentally unstable, and I want nothing to do with them. You know, they are they're just out there. Anyway, this has been Remy Kylis. Thank you for watching. And yes, the people who've been making these 5 hour long live streams talking about my boobs and my vagina, they have been blocked from this channel because they are just really, really creepy and mentally disturbed. I blocked them all from their channel, and I don't know if they're going to create duplicate accounts. You know, I hope that they don't create duplicate accounts, but these people I do believe that they're the type of person that would kill somebody. So I just want to get these people off my back at this point. Anyway, I hope that you are enjoying your day. Bye bye.